Oh my God, you all need to sit down for this because what I'm about to share about the Grammys has me absolutely shook to my core. We're talking about a red carpet moment that literally had everyone's jaws on the floor, and honestly, I'm still trying to process everything that went down when Kanye West made his return to the Grammy Awards after a decade-long absence. Let me tell you, it wasn't just any regular comeback. This was a moment that has everyone talking, debating, and genuinely concerned. Because what happened with his wife, Bianca Censori, on that red carpet has sparked a conversation that's way bigger than just fashion choices. Picture this scene with me, the prestigious Grammy Awards, the biggest night in music, right? Kanye and Bianca arrive, and at first glance, everything seems relatively normal. Bianca's wearing this luxurious, oversized fur coat, pretty standard red carpet attire, you might think. But honey, what happened next had everyone absolutely gasping. In what has to be one of the most shocking red carpet moments in recent Grammy history, Bianca dramatically shed that fur coat to reveal, well, let's just say she was wearing practically nothing. I'm talking about a completely sheer dress with absolutely no undergarments. None. Zero. Nada. The audacity, the shock, the conversations it sparked. But here's what's really getting under my skin, and I mean really bothering me. While Bianca was essentially naked, Kanye was standing there completely covered up, looking cozy and warm in his full outfit. And let me tell you something, this isn't just a one-time thing. This pattern has been going on for months, and it's seriously concerning. Let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? Because this Grammy appearance wasn't just a random incident, it's part of a much bigger, more troubling pattern. Since Kanye and Bianca got together, we've been seeing her in increasingly revealing outfits that push way beyond the boundaries of what most would consider appropriate public attire. Remember that time in Paris? Bianca was spotted wearing what essentially looked like sheer stockings as pants. Then there was that jaw-dropping moment in LA when she went completely nude under a see-through raincoat. But wait, it gets even more outrageous. She showed up at a family-friendly restaurant, yes, you heard that right, a family restaurant, completely braless in a see-through top. The audacity of it all. And don't even get me started on that incident in Beverly Hills when Kanye was literally pulling down Bianca's tights after some meeting. Then there was that silver bikini moment where she was basically walking around in underwear, showing her entire behind to the world. But perhaps the most shocking was when she wore that completely see-through bodysuit and had to hold her phone over her private areas the entire time because one wrong move and, well, you get the picture. Now let's talk about what really went down at the Grammys because this is where things get even more interesting and honestly quite disturbing. There are conflicting reports about what actually happened during that coat removal moment, and the details are raising some serious red flags. According to one lip reader who analyzed the footage, Kanye apparently told Bianca to take off her coat and make a scene. But hold on to your seats because other lip readers are saying something completely different. They claim they saw Bianca shaking her head in refusal, with Kanye telling her she was making a scene. I don't know about you, but that difference in interpretation is giving me serious chills. The plot thickens even further because apparently this whole look wasn't just some random fashion choice. Sources say it was deliberately meant to mirror the artwork of Kanye's latest album, Vultures 1, which features a similar barely there aesthetic. But here's what's really got people talking. Throughout the entire red carpet appearance, Bianca didn't crack a single smile. Not one. And the way Kanye stood back, grinning while photographers captured images of his essentially naked wife, it was beyond cringeworthy. But wait, there's more drama. After their shocking red carpet moment, Kanye and Bianca seemingly vanished into thin air. They were nowhere to be seen inside the actual ceremony. Rumors started flying that they'd been kicked out for showing up uninvited. Can you imagine the scandal? Though sources close to the Grammys later disputed this, saying they simply walked the carpet and left. But let's be real, who shows up to the Grammys just to walk the carpet and leave? Something doesn't add up here. Now, let's talk about rules and regulations because, honey, there were plenty that got broken that night. The Grammy Awards has very specific guidelines about what attendees can and cannot wear. I did some digging, and let me tell you what I found. The policy explicitly states that butts and boobies must be adequately covered. Their words, not mine. And sheer clothing that could expose is a big no-no. They also have rules against exposed undercurves of breasts and excessive skin in the genital area. Basically, everything about Bianca's outfit was a direct violation of these guidelines. But it gets even more serious. There were actual discussions about whether this outfit potentially violated public indecency laws in California. According to California law, indecent exposure is defined as intentionally displaying one's genitals in public in a way that might offend or distress others. Now, while no formal complaints were filed, shocking I know, legal experts were definitely raising their eyebrows at this one. Here's where things take an even darker turn, and honestly, it breaks my heart to share this. Bianca's family is reportedly absolutely devastated watching all of this unfold. Sources close to the family say they don't even recognize their daughter anymore. Can you imagine the pain they must be feeling? Her mother, Alexandra, was so concerned that she flew all the way from Australia to Los Angeles, hoping to save her daughter from what they see as a controlling situation. And Bianca's father, oh my goodness, the poor man is reportedly desperate to have a serious sit-down with Kanye. He wants to ask him point blank what he's thinking, parading his daughter around like, and I quote, a trashy naked trophy pony. But here's what really gets me. He wants to ask Kanye how he'd feel if someone did this to his own daughters, North or Chicago, because let's be real, there's no way on earth Kanye would allow his daughters to be displayed like this. Now we need to talk about the bombshell lawsuit that was recently filed by Kanye's former assistant, Lauren Pichota, because it adds some seriously troubling context to this whole situation. Lauren's allegations about what goes on in Kanye's inner circle are absolutely shocking. She claims that while she was working for him, and this was while he was married to Bianca, there were numerous inappropriate incidents and requests. The lawsuit alleges that Kanye would send explicit messages and videos, make inappropriate comments, and even details some disturbing incidents involving Bianca herself. According to Lauren, she was often tasked with arranging transportation for women to meet with Kanye, and there were some really uncomfortable situations involving both Kanye and Bianca that I won't even detail here. But just when you thought the Grammy night drama couldn't get any more intense, let me tell you about what went down at the after-party. Kanye and Bianca were reportedly getting very intimate on the dance floor, complete with grinding and licking, while Bianca was wearing yet another mesh thong bodysuit. The public display was so over the top that it had everyone talking. What's really concerning is how this all fits into a bigger pattern of behavior. Sources say that Bianca keeps insisting she has everything under control, but her family and friends are seeing something very different. They reportedly even staged an intervention because they're so worried about Kanye's alleged controlling behavior. The reaction from the public has been absolutely brutal. People were literally laughing on the red carpet. Can you imagine how humiliating that must have been? And the internet? Don't even get me started on what people are saying online. The comments have been absolutely savage, with many people expressing genuine concern for Bianca's well-being. You know what really strikes me about all this? The stark contrast between how Kanye presents himself and how he presents his wife. He's always fully clothed, covered up, warm and comfortable, while Bianca is constantly exposed, vulnerable, and likely uncomfortable. The power dynamic there is just troubling, to say the least. And when you consider all the background information, the family's concerns, the intervention attempts, the lawsuit allegations, the consistent pattern of increasingly revealing outfits, it paints a picture that's far more complex and concerning than just a couple making bold fashion choices. For those defending this as artistic expression or personal choice, I have to ask, would you feel comfortable seeing your daughter, sister, or friend in this situation? Because Bianca's family certainly isn't comfortable with it. When your own parents don't recognize who you've become, when your mother flies across the world to try to help you, when your father is desperate to confront your husband about his treatment of you, that speaks volumes about how serious this situation might be. The Grammy incident might have been shocking, but it feels like just the tip of a very troubling iceberg. And while we can sit here and discuss the outfits and the drama, we can't ignore the very real concerns about what might be happening behind closed doors. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about fashion choices or red carpet moments. This is about a woman whose family and friends are desperately worried about her well-being. I don't know about you, but I can't help but hope that someone can reach through to Bianca and ensure she's truly okay. Because while she keeps insisting everything is fine, the people who have known her longest and love her most seem to think otherwise. And that, my friends, is what makes this whole situation not just scandalous, but genuinely heartbreaking. What makes this even more concerning is how different Bianca reportedly used to be before her relationship with Kanye. Friends and family say she was a completely different person, professional, composed, and with a strong sense of self. The transformation they've witnessed has left them shocked and worried. As we wrap up this wild story, I have to say, this Grammy appearance will definitely go down in history, but probably not for the reasons Kanye and Bianca might have wanted. Instead of being remembered as a bold artistic statement, it's becoming a symbol of something potentially much more troubling. The questions remain. Is Bianca truly comfortable with all of this? Is she really in control of these decisions? Or is there something more concerning happening behind the scenes? Because sometimes, what looks like a shocking fashion choice on the surface might actually be a cry for help underneath. And that's what keeps me up at night thinking about this whole situation. What do you think about all this? Are we witnessing a woman's free expression of herself? Or are we watching something more disturbing unfold right before our eyes? Because I have to tell you, my gut feeling about this whole situation is not good. Not good at all. And judging by the reactions I'm seeing everywhere, I'm definitely not alone in my concerns. Not alone.